I was a very successful banker, and drinking was part of my after-work activities. This went on for a number of years, and eventually one day I started to drink in the morning.
If I wasn't drinking, I was thinking about how and when and how much, and I'd always be planning it. It was hard trying to sort of manage the chaos of my drinking and try to raise 2 children.
One Friday night on the way home from work, I had a drink and I just thought, you'll never go beat this.
I had nowhere else to go. When that doctor suggested these meetings, and I thought, well, you've got to try something.
I called up the AA helpline, and somebody answered at the other end and sounded quite normal, bizarrely enough. He told me there was a meeting at a certain time.
The thing that I said I'd never do, which was go to AA, was the only option left, and I was willing and I was ready, and I got myself to a meeting.
I'm sitting there with my kilt, my Scotland top on, my Loch Ness Monster. I was a broken man when I walked in that door, so I got a warm welcome, and they didn't want to judge me, people wanted to help me. Oh, it was an amazing feeling.
I'm pleased to introduce Tom, who's come along to share his experience, strength and hope with us today.
Sharing of life accounts, if I can call them that, are an absolutely vital part of the recovery process for an alcoholic attending meetings.
The urge to drink would come upon me, and it wasn't as though I was deciding to drink, it was like I was being notified that I was going to drink.
As soon as people started talking, I identified, and I thought I was the only person that felt the way I did.
Coming into AA at first as a young person, I honestly thought life was over, but I found that you could go to a meeting and see people more or less the same age as you talking about being happy, joyous and free in recovery.
I had a real feeling that I'd come home to somewhere where the people were like me.
The meetings run all the time during the year. There's no specific numbers for attendance at a meeting.
I knew from that first meeting that I was in the right place, and I walked out of there feeling lighter than when I walked in.
My name's Mickey, I'm an alcoholic.
Hello, Mickey.
The anonymous feature of AA is very, very important to me. AA is a safe place. It's somewhere where you can share openly and not be judged for it.
It costs nothing to attend an AA meeting, and the only requirement of membership of AA is a desire to stop drinking.
The message is that you work the steps and you get the recovery and you can have the life beyond your wildest dreams. That's a simple message, you work the steps, you find God, or a God of your understanding. And that's what I have to carry, not that Wallace is this amazing person that knows more than everybody else, and I had to get that deflation,
I met someone who was going to AA. I'm an atheist, so I'm glad I spoke to him first, because he was able to explain to me, the steps, and when they talk about higher power, it can be whatever you want, which was great.
One of the things that was suggested to me very early on was that you have a sponsor.
A sponsor is someone who's been through the 12-step programme themselves. They're someone who's maintained sobriety, often for many years, and have experienced what the newcomer is going through.
It's someone there to sort of guide and nurture you through your sobriety and your journey. You'll get perspective without judgment, which is fantastic.
My sponsor told me last week it's time I started looking the world in the eye. It is important that we can go into a meeting and we can share not only the good stuff but the bad stuff too.
I got a tape from the library which you were supposed to play to yourself during the night that would help you stop, and strangely enough it didn't stop my drinking, but there you go.
AA has an impressive record of success over many years in helping the suffering alcoholic become sober and to remain sober.
My life was completely changed, completely and utterly, profoundly changed. Like being asked to be godfather and best man at weddings, I only got that because of what AA's given me to kind of make those changes in my life.
Being able to come into a place and be open and honest about how you feel, how you've behaved, and not being judged, and actually other people identifying with you, took the shame away.
My daughter will trust me with my grandson, that is a miracle, and that's a miracle of AA. If there is anyone who I felt that would benefit from knowing that I was in AA, I wouldn't have a problem with them knowing that because of what it's done for me.
I'm not ashamed. I've been given an illness and that's it, and I've been given the tools to deal with that illness.